What's up, y'all? Star Law Growth for Reason back at it with another lesson. Like always, before I start my lesson, I would like to send all my positive intentions onto the gods and the goddesses. Um, I would like to send peace and positive energy onto the human beings, and most importantly, like to send peace and positive energy onto the ancestors for giving me this information to give on to you. And I like to also thank them for working through me every single energy cycle to walk in my divinity and serve my soul's mission and do what I'm here to do as I am doing right now. And we thank them for all they have done for us. And we like to tell them respectfully, I say. And I would also like to send peace and positive energy to the gods and goddesses that may be vibrating at a lower state of intent, because we know there's no such thing as a low vibration or a high vibration. Being two separate energies is only one energy. It all determines on your intent and how you use it. Um, and to the gods and goddesses that's lost right now, I would like to send nothing but peace and positive energy on to you. You're not dumb. You're not unintelligent. You just haven't came to the truth of who you are yet. It's nothing bad about you. Eventually, you will find the truth about who you are. But when that truth comes, don't ignore it. Embrace it and really try to uh, go deep within yourself even more on that information that you receive. So I would like to send peace, positive energy to you, and peace and positive energy to the planet as a whole, because we know we are connected to the planet. Um, so basically tonight I'm gonna be talking a little bit about magnetism. Now, what is magnetism? Magnetism is basically when something gets charged by something, right? Because like a magnet, what is a magnet made with? Steel. Steel is basically carbon. Carbon is basically the atoms in us, right? You are made of solids, liquids, and gases. And they tell you that carbon is made of the Earth's atmosphere, so that's relating to like the universe. So basically, carbon is basically the whole foundation of the universe. So this is why you are the universe. The universe is you. That's why 66 is neutrons, 6 protons, 6 electrons, and that all equals up into 9, which will be completion, which will be the universe. So you are the universe. The universe is you, right? Now, your soul is an atom, right? Your soul is basically an atom, and your soul is magnetism, right? So basically, your soul gets attracted and charged by another carbon-based structure, which would be magnetism, right? It only gets charged. It only gets charged by something with a carbon-based structure. You have to understand that everything on the rim is magnetism. Everything. Everything on this rim is magnetism. I don't give a fuck what you say, everything is magnetism. Think about okay, think about the sun. The sun is in the sky, and then we got nature down here on the solid form. So you got the sun in the sky in the air form, and then you got nature down here on the solid form. That's magnetism. Because if you understand nature, nature is feminine energy. Everything in nature is feminine. You gotta think in the essence of your fruits, your vegetables, your insects, right? Such as your bees, your butterflies. All that's feminine. And then you got the sun right above nature. That's magnetism, because that's two souls that the feminine energy has a soul and the masculine energy has a soul. So that's magnetism. So basically, the sun and nature is charging each other. That's why the sun in nature goes together so well because that's magnetism. That's magnetism. Everything is magnetism. I told you. If you want to believe, if you don't want to believe, if you don't want to believe that you are magnetism, then why do you have two of everything? Why you have two arms? Why you have two legs? Why you have two sets of feet? Why you have two sets of hands? Because that's magnetism. I cannot I cannot be walking around with just a body with one side. That's not magnetism because you got leg, arm, head. You don't need two heads because you only need one. The head is the supreme knowledge, right? So I don't need two heads. All I need is one. The leg and the arms, that's just to help all that energy to go to the top of my head. Basically, that's just to activate the supreme knowledge at the top of my head, basically. Right? If you understand energy, water, and all that shit, if you understand it. Right? So you have two of everything because that's magnetism. It can't be one of something, it has to be two. It has to be two of everything because that's magnetism. You got two eyes, you got two ears, you got a nose, but you got two sides on your nose, right? Two circles, right? That's so you can breathe in. So you can breathe in that matter, right? You got solids, liquids, and gases, protons, neutrons, and electrons. You got all that matter inside of you. So that the two sides of your nose is to help you breathe in that matter. If I have one circle on my nose, I ain't gonna. That's just nigga. That's just one. I ain't gonna be able to breathe in that matter. No, so you need two. And then where's that going up to? That's going all the way up to the top of the head, right? To the supreme knowledge. That's what it's doing. Everything is magnetism. Everything. Just think, just think on the essence of why the feminine energy and the masculine energy should be together. Because that's magnetism. Like I've already spoke before about it. I'm not a homophobic God. I'm not a homophobic male. I'm not. But you just have to understand that a female being with a female or a man being with a man is not matter. Just hear me out. If you are a female that's with another female, you can't make life with that. If you are a male with a male, you can't make life with that. All right, yeah, you have the semen in you, but you can't impregnate each other if you are a man. No, you have to have a vagina. So if I am a man with another man, or if I'm a female with another female, I'm not forming life. I'm not forming matter in anything. It's not. It's no magnetism being practiced. That's not magnetism. It has to be the X and the Y chromosome. The female, you took a part of, because chromosomes is really atoms. All right, let's just get that clear. Chromosomes is really atoms. So the female gave a part of her atoms to the man, so the man can have a purpose on the planet. So she gave a bit of her magnetism to give on to the man so they can what? Charge each other to form life in all things. It wasn't a woman and a woman that did that. A woman had the idea to create the man because she knew that would go together. Right? So that's why, I say that homosexuality is not something your ancestors we naturally did. We never did that. That was all the human being shit. That was all human beings. These soulless beings. Right? That was all they shit. Or like the reptilians and all that. That was what they was on. We was never on shit like that. You gotta understand the scientific structure of who you are. Why you think when you in the sun? Why do you think when you in the sun you feel a certain way in the sun? Because that sun is you, right? Because the sun is an atom. The sun is an electron. Electron is a gas, so that's fire, right? So the sun is charging you because that sun is you, because that sun is your soul. So it's charging you, but in the essence, you are charging each other. You charging each other. Right? Motherfuckers be, man, I just got through sun gazing. Man, that shit made me feel good. Yeah, motherfucker, the reason why sun gazing feels so good, motherfucker, because that sun is you. That's magnetism. You are charging yourself. Cause the sun charges us because it's magnetism. We have magnetism. So the sun is charging us. Even if you ain't even outside, nigga, it's still charging you, nigga, because you still got a soul. So it's still charging. So it don't even fucking matter. It's still charging. As long as that motherfucker up, it's gonna charge you. Period. Right? You'll be like, man, the sun charging me, and then nigga, I'm getting information from the sun. Like, damn, cause that sun is you, nigga. It's you. That's why you getting all this information, motherfucker. That's why you feel connected to the sun because the sun is you. That's magnetism. That's magnetic frequency hitting you. So you connecting with you. You connecting with the sun. You connected with you. Because if you break down the sun, it will be soul, unity, in nature. Because the soul is what created unity and what created nature. Because think about it. So, like I said, the females created us. They have a soul, right? So they created us, bringing another soul onto the planet. So that created unity, right? Because Adam created the sun, right? He created the sun so it can change the earth. So this is why the element of earth is masculine, because Atom came down and created the sun. He gave the planet a new earth, which is representing masculine energy now. So now it's not just feminine, it's masculine as well. So it's representing two two chromosomes, two genes. Right? So by him creating the sun with the soul, it created unity in nature. Because the sun and nature go together. That's feminine and masculine energy, which created nature, nature of life. Right? So you break down the sun, it would be soul, unity, and nature. If you break down the sun, the whole definition of sun. That's why they call you the son of God. Yes, we are the sons of God. Basically. Everything is magnetism. This is why I tell you, this is why I have explained, and you could go watch all of my motherfucking videos. I tell you in every video, you are connected to everything. Everything you are connected to. I don't give a fuck what it is, nigga. You connected. Literally, you are connected to everything. You just don't realize it because you don't realize the God in you. So you wouldn't really be able to understand how you're connected to everything. But you are. Everything connects directly to you. Like I told you, the masculine energy. Your penis, your sacral chakra, yes, that's connected to that's connected to the sun as well, right? Because you got to think on the essence of fire, because the fire is the sun, right? So fire represents everything that's masculine. Like the red in fire will represent grounding, right? The orange in fire will represent the creative nature of the man because we understand that atoms are life force, right? So as you are dealing with the penis, you are dealing with atoms, right? And those atoms carry life force, which are creativity. So you would think on the essence, the sun having that same type of color, you will be connected to the sun, right? So you are connected to the sun. So this is why when the sun rises, you get something what they would like to call grand rising wood. I ain't gonna say morning wood, grand rising wood. Your dick get hard when the sun is out because you are connected to the sun. You never even knew that like that. Yes, that's why, because you're connected to the sun. That's magnetism. All yes, all that's magnetism. So you don't even realize the sun wakes you up. When the sun is out, it wakes you up. Because it's magnetism, you connected to it. So it wakes you up. Remember what I said. Magnetism works off of forces, two electrical forces coming in contact with each other. So the sun is a force. Nature is a force. So all that is connected because it carries an electrical force to it. That's why. Because you gotta think about it. Nature has a frequency. Nature vibrates at 528 hertz. Right? Your solar plex chakra vibrates at 852 hertz. The heart of nature, what is the frequency of nature? 528. So that's 852 in reverse. Right? That's why you listen to 528 hertz. You it's a sense of energy that you feel, right? Because that's the frequency of nature. You listen to 852 hertz, you listening to the frequency of your solar plexus, basically. So you listening to the harmony of the planet. Right? That's magnetism though. So that's why I said nature in the sun, that's magnetism, because the frequency that it carries is charging each other. It's magnetism. All magnetism. What the fuck you? What the fuck was Dr. Sebi telling you? Dr. Sebi was telling you that you are a electrical being, right? This is what Dr. Sebi was telling you. You are a electrical being, so you must consume what? Electricity. AKA you shall consume what you are, which is magnetism. Because if you are consuming everything that is plant-based, then that's magnetism. Because that's what your soul created. Everything in nature is what your soul created, so that's magnetism. So that's why Dr. Sebi was telling your ass, if you didn't catch him, you are electrical beings. So you must consume what you are, electricity. All right, electricity. That's what you should consume, electricity. Not the bullshit, electricity. He wasn't necessarily telling your ass you need to go eat fruits and vegetables and all that. No, just be what you are, electricity. That's all you need to do, be what you are. A lot of people didn't get that. But he was telling you that for a reason, because he understands who we are and who he was, and he understands what we are connected to. That's why Sebi was explaining that. He broke down the science of that shit, all the whole thing. Motherfuckers, you get motherfuckers out here that still didn't get what he was saying. But I get it. I get what he was saying. I know exactly what he was talking about. Consume what you are. Magnetism is what you are, because that's your soul. So consume what you are. They lowered the frequency on the planet to where you are attracted to things that don't even belong to you. That house does, your house, yes, your house, that doesn't belong to you. That's not magnetism. Your car, that does not belong to you. That's not magnetism. Nature is you. That's magnetism. Your ancestors never had houses, never had cars, because we never needed it. All we did was live in what we created, nature, right? Building and designing personally pyramids, right? Now remember the last video, my video about alchemy. Go watch it. I talked about how a pyramid represents us in a meditative form, right? A lot of these archaeologists want to know what the fuck we created the pyramids for. Yes, the pyramid represents us, nigga, in the meditative form. Go look at a pyramid and then you understand what I'm talking about. Look at the body. The body is a representation of the fucking pyramid. The bottom of the pyramid will represent your legs being crossed, right? Then your arms being in a posture where you basically in you could say in a Makerba pose, basically, right? And then the top of the pyramid will basically be the supreme knowledge, like the pointed tip of knowledge shooting straight up into the cosmetic sources, the cosmetic energy sources, right? That's what a pyramid basically represents. It represents you. Right? And then you got, that's magnetism, because think about the planet. The planet is what? Grounding. So the bottom of you is grounding. So that's magnetism. So you could say from the bottom all the way to the top, to the supreme knowledge. Basically. So it's as above, so below. So below I ground myself, then I rise to above to the supreme knowledge, to the to the cosmetic forces, basically. And then we crystallize these pyramids, cause we are crystallized, right? That's why when your ass in the sun, you start shining and shit, yeah, cause you are a crystallized being. You are made of crystals. Every chakra in you has a crystal to it. Every chakra in you. That's a fact. All right. So your ancestors understood. Your ancestors understood magnetism. I understand magnetism. They understood what we are connected to and what we are not connected to. That's why I said so. Your fucking house, you're not connected to that. Your car, you're not connected to that, nigga. Your fucking money, you're not connected to that, nigga. The only reason why you like it is because the fuck what they use, nigga. You know, color magic. They made it green because green is related to nature, right? So right, so they know that green has nature has a magnetic force to it, right? That's why your ass be attracted to it, attracted to money and all that shit. You didn't even know that, like damn, oh that's why, yeah, that's why. That's color magic. And then they use the pyramid on your money, and they know that pyramid represents what? Represents you. Think about when you are doing Kundalini energy meditation. When you doing your Kundalini energy meditation and you balancing your Kundalini energy, once you balance it correctly, what does it form? A electrical magnetic field. So that magnetic field is what? Feminine energy and masculine energy. That's why when you look at the Kundalini energy, you see two snakes. One snake represents masculine, the other snake represents feminine energy. That forms a electrical magnetic field around you, a field of energy, and that energy is like fire and electricity around you, basically. Or aura, all that shit is around you, right? Then you have your etheric wings. Your etheric wings basically represents DNA, you can say, in a sense, because you got one on each side. So both sides will represent a DNA of one of one other gene, basically. Why? I mean, if we want to get even deeper into it, why do you think, as us men, why you think we are attracted to women? Because we understand as magnetism. Nothing makes a man more excited or more interested than seeing a woman. When we see a woman and that woman looks good to us, we become attracted to that woman, and that's magnetism. Our souls understand that we are cosmically connected to them, so therefore we start to grow very attracted to these women. It don't even matter. I mean, ain't nobody ugly, but even if we on the physical form, even if you think the woman ugly, you still could be attracted to her because your soul understands that you are connected to her. Y'all share that same matter. That's why. Right? So you see that woman, you like, man, she look good. All that's magnetism. You just think that's just how you feeling towards her. No, that's spiritual. That's nigga, that's magnetism. And what's making you feel attracted to her. Cause your soul understands what's real and what ain't. So you see that goddess, she real. You attracted to her. Or even if you already got a girl, but you might just be attracted to her in the essence of talking to her. You know, having a friendship relationship with her. You know, real shit. That's your soul. That's magnetism. It's magnetism. Everything is connected. Everything. If we talking on a spiritual level, everything is connected. Everything is electrically forced. Is electrically well, let's say electrically charging each other, basically. Everything. Everything. Cause if it wasn't for you, nothing would be magnetism. Nothing would charge itself. Nothing. You feel me? Nothing would charge. Because think on the essence, like I talked about the sun being an atom, right? Adam created the sun, and he used not only his soul, the fire in him to create the sun, but he also used the air in him, right? So they tell you the story that Amun is the god of air, Atum is the god of the sun. They lying. Atum and Amun is the same motherfucking person. Why the fuck would it be a god of air and then a god of the sun? That don't make sense. Air is in you. So Atum and Amun is the same person. So that's why it's called them Atum Ra. Right, they the same person. Right, they tell you they came together because they used, right, one used the air. No, it never happened like that. It was one person by the name of Atum. He used the air in him, so he basically, right, and then released that matter into the sky. So you got, so basically you have, in the sense of it, the magnetism in nature, you have nature, the sun, and then you have air, right? Because the sky is air. That's all magnetism because it all goes together. It all goes together. Because if it wasn't for Adam using the air in him, he wouldn't be able to create the sun. He had to use air. This is why air is masculine. Because what Atom did by creating the sun, this is why air is masculine. Think on the essence when a man, when we are angered, or if we playing ball and shit, how we, that's all masculine. Because you know the way we are using our air in a masculine form, right? That's masculine. Now, size of a female, they use their air a little bit different than how we use it. Our air is more electric than theirs are. Right. So all that in nature, that's all magnetism. It all goes together. Because remember the five phases of matter: water, feminine; fire, masculine; air, masculine; earth, masculine; and spirit. Right? So you got water, fire, and air. Water, fire, and air, it all goes together. Because that's feminine, then masculine, masculine. So Adam used air to create that fire to go in alignment with nature. So it all goes together. All goes together. That's all magnetism. Cause it all connects to each other. And it all makes sense on the essence of matter. It all goes together. Matter was made off of magnetism. You can't have matter if don't nothing connect to each other. I can't have water and water. Like I said, that's not matter. That's not magnetism. Yeah, that's two souls, but it has to be another. It has to be another gene for that for that force to be charged even more. Basically, right? So you had to have water and fire. You had to have two genes. You had to for this life shit to be made. Basically. All right. Everything is connected. Everything goes together. Now you, being who you are, you don't even realize it that everything is connected. Right? I already told you, right? I think I'm gonna make a separate video talking about all the elements. Cause I already explained. Well, I just explained air, right? Air and a little bit of fire, but I think I'm gonna make a separate video explaining all the elements, right? And why all the elements are connected the way they are, based off of magnetism. Like I already told you in my last video, the reason why fire is up is because the goddesses told us to be fruitful and multiply. So if I give you this apple and you bite this apple and you learn how to multiply and create with this apple, I will allow you to lead. So this is why, as above, so below, fire would be up, water would be down. Because as the man, as the God, you are the leader, you are the leader, you are the protector, and you are the fucking provider, and you are the teacher. We are the natural teachers. So by what I'm doing right now, I'm walking in my divinity as a man, as a God. As a young man, as a young God, I've took the took the advantage of my knowledge to teaching. I became a better man by being the teacher and the provider because I provide with teaching. And being a protector because I understand that I am connected to the planet, and by me showing my dedication in protecting the planet, I shall give knowledge to help and enlighten my other brothers to protect our planet as well by giving knowledge. You know, you understand what I'm saying? Right? So you see the guys, us on the internet teaching, we walking in our divinities because we doing what we were created to do. Right? So the goddesses, they like, all right, right? They like, all right, we gonna let you lead. We gonna let you be as above and we gonna be below. Now the goddesses being below don't mean that they are less than us. No. They are the first creators. So they are already as above anyway. But they understand who we are and what we are meant to do, so they allow us to lead. So this is why fire goes what? Up in flames, nigga. This is why your dick, your penis, with that motherfucker, it could go up. Cause you right, look at the top of your penis, the pointed tip, it's shooting what? Up. Cause you are as above. You are as above. Nigga. That's you. So as above, so below is you leading. And the goddess doing what? Allowing you to lead by following. Basically. So this is why when you are a man that is not in your divinity, you're not taking care of your woman, you're not doing shit, that's why it look bad on your behalf because you're not leading. So why when you are a man that is not teaching your son how to be a man, it looks bad on your behalf because you are not leading your son. This is what the whole essence of being a real man is all about. By you leading, but you gotta know what leading is all about. You being a man is not by you, fucking and all that and being straight. That no, it's about you understanding your divinity and understanding what the fuck you are here to do. You supposed to teach. You supposed to know something. Cause any real woman, any real divine goddess is gonna want a man that knows something. That's why you be hearing even certain women that be fucked up in the head, they still be like, well, I want a man that know more than me. Right, because they understand that the man is the leader. He's the one that's supposed to teach her on a masculine basis, composed of the planet, composed of us spiritually. Shit, that's embarrassing when you a man that don't know shit. That's embarrassing. Right? Cause even if a guy be like, all right, I don't care about the money, nigga. It ain't the money I want you to bring to the table. I want you to bring some knowledge. I want you to enlighten me. Your ass gonna be like, fuck. I mean, I got the money, but damn, I don't know shit. Right? You don't know any motherfucking thing, nigga. Therefore, she probably ain't gonna be attracted to you because you can't teach her shit. Now, not saying that the females is not supposed to learn nothing on their own. They rely. No, they are the first divine creators, right? All there is to know, even all throughout the cosmos, they know it, right? They know the cosmos from front to back because they created it. Well, we created the cosmos too, but they know probably a little bit more than we may know because they are the first creators of the cosmos. You feel me? But still, in essence, they still look to you because you could be the one that reminds them of being the creators of the cosmos, nigga. But if you don't know nothing about it, the fuck they gonna look to, right? Right? So you, as a god, you lead, you as above, she below. So that's magnetism. As above, so below. Right? Duality. That's magnetism. That's fucking magnetism, nigga. You never even realized that, right? And I understand it. I know what as above, so below is all about, nigga. I know what it's all about. I remember it. I shouldn't even remember that shit. I mean, thinking, where we at right now, how they lowered our frequency, motherfucker. I mean, I should know, but I'm saying, like, opposed to where we at right now, motherfuckers shouldn't even, motherfuckers shouldn't even know shit like that, right? Because where we at on the rim right now, but, you know, is what is. I'm supposed to remember it, though. They don't want me to know. All right? So that shit you should know. As a god, you should remember all the phases of matter of you. Understand what the penis is. And how the penis connects to the cosmos, dark matter energy, because that's masculine, right? You got to understand who you are as a whole. The goddesses, you got to remember who you are. Remember what it took to create the planet. It took magnetism. It took charging each other to create this realm. You have to remember all that. You have to remember that shit, man. Because I could walk up to a god or a goddess right now, right? Because I got me, because I be doing my little science, because I'm a scientist and shit. So I be doing my little science and shit. I could walk up to a god or a goddess right now and show them some science shit. They wouldn't know nothing I'm talking about. They be like, oh, that nigga one of them weird ass science. Wouldn't know what I'm talking about. Because they don't remember who they are. They don't remember what they have created. They don't remember. And I remember, and I'm trying to get them to remember again. They look at me like I'm on some bullshit. See? State we have come to. We don't remember that we gave life to everything around this motherfucker. We don't remember. But that's something you have to remember. Not necessarily you should, you have to remember. Because it's important. Alright? It's important. If we want to, okay, so we talking about magnetism on the god and the goddess level. All right, let's get into the human beings. Now, human beings don't have magnetism. Human beings are made of a spirit, which is electricity, right? A soul is magnetism. So they don't have magnetism because they don't have a soul. Human beings don't have a soul. They just have a spirit, like I said, which is electricity. So without them having a magnetism, they are not connected to anything. Right? So this is why in a sense you'd be like, man, why do human beings why when they are in the sun, it's damn near like it kills them because they're not connected to the sun. They don't have magnetism. That sun is not their reflection. That sun is that's just God, but it ain't them though. So that's why when they get in the sun, they fuck around, melt. Well, they don't even really do that like that, cause some of them telling them nigga don't take your to the sun. But even if they even try their luck, it's gonna melt their ass, cause they're not connected to that sun energetically. They're not connected to it. They don't have magnetism, right? Then you'll be like, oh, it's not them having neuromelanin. It ain't even necessarily just a neuromelanin. They just are not energetically connected to the sun. Right? Because we know that neuromelanin is basically a section of all different colors. So neuromelanin basically can allow your pigment to be all different type of colors. Right? So round my color right now, this my color right now, nigga, the frequency rise, nigga, I could turn blue on your ass. Right? Because of how neuromelanin works. Right? So when you look at fruits and vegetables, you be like, why is they that neuromelanin? Because we created that. We created the fruits and vegetables. Right? So that's neuromelanin. That's neuromelanin. You can say in those fruits and vegetables. So they're neuromelanated. Neuromelanin, that's all cosmic shit. Right? So neuromelanin will basically be the reason why we have rainbow colors. Oh wow, yeah. That's why you have rainbow colors, because of the neuromelanin. Right? The neuromelanin. Now, as for human beings, they don't have neuromelanin. They just have melanin. So basically, their melanin just allows their pigment just to be the way it is, white, red, or because see, where you would get food at, you would be like, nah. Where you got some human beings with a darker pigment, right? But that's not neuromelanin. Even if they pigment is darker, that's still melanin. Because if you look at it, you be like, no, that don't look like some shit that's cosmic. That just look human. And then you got to understand that a lot of these human beings that have a dark pigment like me, a lot of their ass is synthetically modified people. Made in laboratories, right? So they design these motherfuckers to look like they melanated like us. No, neuromelanated like us. No, motherfucker, y'all are human beings, right? Those Indians and shit over in India, they ass be dark than motherfucker, ain't it? Dark as hell with thick ass mustaches, all that. You be like, man, that nigga, he look like a nigga. No, that's a straight human being. A straight motherfucking human being. They just tricking your ass, making you think that he the god, he one of the gods, or she one of the goddesses. No, they fucking human. They don't have no neuromelanin inside of them. They are just melanated. So the same melanation that a fucking pig has is the same motherfucking melanation that a fucking human being has, nigga. Because you gotta remember, they are what? Made of what? Animal genetics. You gotta remember that. So they take the same DNA, melanin, as a animal, not as us. Right? So there's no sense of matter inside of these human beings. There's no magnetism. They don't get charged by anything. Right? They only get charged by something that has only a spiritual essence to it. So basically, in a sense, like thinking the essence of the moon, right? We didn't create the moon. The moon was created by Yakub bitch ass, one of our fallen gods, cosmically. His bitch ass created the moon, and he created the moon basically mocking us with the sun. Yakub always wanna make something that we created, right? So I told you the sun is an atomic molecule, an electron, a gases. The moon is basically another atom, but the moon is basically a soulless atom in essence, because the moon is only generating electricity, which is a spirit. Like spirit, which is electricity. It's not generating a soul. The sun has a soul. The sun represents a lot of phases of matter, masculine, all that old shit. But the moon does not represent none of that. It just represents a spirit, which is electricity. Right? And these human beings are only made of electricity. So by that moon being out, it would charge them because that's all they are made of, electricity. But for us, having a soul and a spirit, it lowers our frequency because it's only representing only one thing, which is a spirit. It's not representing the soul or nothing else. It's just representing electricity. Right? And then it's a atom, right? A atom is like a form of like an egg, the egg of life, right? Because atoms created life. So that's why it fucks with us. Right? Like you hear people be like, the moon represents the female, right? The moon represents the feminine energy. The reason why you would say that is because the females was the first creators. So atoms was in them first. So this is why you would say the moon would be the representation of the female because it's an atom and they were the first ones with atoms in them. And they gave their atoms onto us to create the masculine frame. Because you have to remember, we are the feminine energy just in the masculine form. So we are them just in the masculine presence. Right? So you would say that the moon, so you would say that the moon is related to the female because, like I said, they are the first creators. So this is why the moon affects like the goddesses, the divine goddesses. This is why the moon affects you more because you are the first creators. You are the first creators. You didn't create the moon. So that moon being a soulless being, it affects you because you are the first one. You can say that created that moon because you created atoms, basically. That's why it affects you. That's why goddesses be like, damn, that moon affected me. Right, because it's connected to you. It's connected to us. It's still connected to us. That's why bitch ass Yakub, that's why his bitch ass is so goofy because he put that there and he knew it would affect us. That's why that motherfucker be there every night. Right? I told you, there's no such thing as a nighttime. Time ain't real. There's no such thing as a night. It always should be day. Because if you think about it, the sun should never go down because the sun is what? Magnetism. The sun charges the planet. So therefore, it should never fucking go down. So then why is there a night? Right, why is there a night? We had extraterrestrial beings invade our realm. So certain extraterrestrial beings, right, did certain things to the rim to make it to where it was a night. But it always used to be a day. It was never night. Because if you think night is basically day, think about it. This just really sit and think about it. Night is really day. Because you if you sit down and think, you be like, well, why the fuck? Okay, so we have a 1 at night, and then we have a 1 o'clock in the day, right? So you be like, wait a minute. So how the fuck can we have a 1 at night and then it changes again? Do we have a 1 a day? So that would mean that it's basically we basically in the same zone. You can say of the day. It's just night, right? So basically the 1 at night would be the 1 in the day, but you, oh no, it's 1 at night just because it's dark outside though. Basically, right? That's where that's where you would get very confused with shit like, wait a minute, right? Because that's shit you got to really sit and think about. Like, wait a minute, why is there a night? Why when it's day, everything seems more powerful, you say in essence, or more positive in the day. Everything is charging in the day, but in night it ain't nothing. Like nothing good at night, right? It's just night. Everybody just want to go to sleep, right? So you can say it in the essence, the night energy drains us, right? Because you're taking the sun away. The sun charges us, but you take that sun away, what happens? You just got night, then you got the moon, so that's draining us in the essence, what makes us be the way we are. We be drained within ourselves. So that's why I said night is not a real thing. There's no such thing as a night. You gotta understand who you are. Understand the matter of you. Understand what you have created here on this realm. Right? So, ain't no, like I said, once again, it's no such thing as a night. It shouldn't be a night. It should always be what you would call a day. Now, if you think about, if it's always a day, right? If the sun always out and there's no night, which you would call nighttime, then what does that do? That changes the whole essence of time. Because if it's always a sun out, if it's always a day, then you can't really calculate the energy throughout the day. You can't calculate it because the sun out. You can't say what so-called time it is. You can't say that. You can't. You can't. Oh, it's 1. Oh, it's 2. How, nigga? Everything the same. Right. Everything the same. That sun is right there. That sun right there, that sun ain't moving. So how the fuck can you give that sun a time when that motherfucker staying in the same motherfucking spot? You can't give it no time. It's staying in the same spot. So you don't know what time it is. Time ain't real, but you don't know what it is. It's just energy cycles, like we say, or waves of energy, basically. That's all it is. Right? So the night, the what you would call nighttime, that ain't magnetism, nigga. The night is not magnetism. The sun, that's magnetism because it's charging the planet. So it should never be a night. It should always be what you would call day or grand rising. So this is why you are charged by the sun because it's magnetism. And it's charging the planet and you as well. Alright? So this is why you have to understand the scientific structure of you. Understand why every body part, every bone in you is connected. Everything is connected. Right? We talk about your ether, right? Right here, your ether. Right? We talk about your ether. Once you lock it, it forms an electrical coil. Motherfucker, your whole body is an electrical coil. Just think about, like I just said, all body parts is connected to each other. Right? So this is why, going back to the Kundalini energy, this is why when you balancing your Kundalini energy and when it starts to rise, what does it form? It forms the electrical coil because as it rises from the bottom, the base of your spine, which is the grounding of the planet, you can say the grounding structure of you, as it starts to rise, it starts to wrap itself around. Forming what? Magnetism. Because it's forming a unity, it's forming harmony. Then as it rises even more, like I said, it forms the electrical magnetic structure around you. All right, that's why your body, this is why your body, your bones, this is why they all are connected to each other. I told you, I'm already starting to remember how we made the body. I told you, eventually, I'm telling you right now, nigga, I'm gonna eventually have a lesson out explaining how we made the body. I'm gonna break down the whole structure of how we made the body. Right? Because I know, like, reason why your back got a split in it so the Kundalini energy can successfully rise, to the top of the head. Then I know you got etheric wings and all that, both sides, all that shit, right? Understand why you got your nose and all that. Oh, so I'm telling you, eventually I'm gonna fuck around and drop a whole motherfucking lesson on how we created the body. I'm telling you, because as you can see in the way I'm speaking, I'm already knowing a little bit of shit about it anyway. Right? I'm just powerful as a god cosmically. I'm real powerful to know this shit and remember what the fuck we did. Right? Because not too many motherfuckers will realize that the pyramid represents you. You know what I mean? A lot of motherfuckers wouldn't realize that. That's why we use those little pyramids with the as above, so below. So air up, earth down, like water up. That's why we did that, because it represents you. You feel me? So you have to understand. You have to understand what charges you, and what don't charge you. Understand what charges you and what don't charge you. You know what charges you. Your soul know. Your soul know what charges you. Hell yeah, it know. It remembers what charges it. Or what charges who you are. Because you're not the body. So it knows what charges who you really are, the soul. And that's another magnetic force. So us as gods and goddesses, we have to do our job and do our just due by charging each other with information, charging each other by helping each other, not looking down upon each other because one doesn't have as much money as the other one. Fuck the money shit. That doesn't charge us in the fucking first place, nigga. So we have to do the job by charging each other with love, compassion. Like I said, helping one another. That's what we have to do. That's how we charge the planet, by charging each other, because we are connected to the planet. The gods and goddesses, I'm speaking to basically. I see a lot of us do a lot of hatred. We show a lot of hatred to each other, but we never charge each other. And this is why we have all been in the state to where we fucking at now, to where we don't even know the matter we are made with, because we don't want to help each other charge. We don't want to help each other. That's anciently what we did. We all helped each other. We all charged each other. This is why we talk on the essence of polygamy. A lot of motherfuckers will talk about polygamy, but don't really understand what the whole practice of polygamy is really about. So if I'm a god that is in a relationship with more than one woman, so say I'm in a relationship with 3 women, right? So I I I had 3 women around me that is dedicated to me and me only. So they dedicated to me being at my full health and being at my full strength and making sure I have everything I need. Right? Now remind you, these women have a soul. I have a soul. So by them being around me, they are charging me and I am also charging them. And by us charging each other, it makes the relationship grow even better. Because the more we charge each other, the more we step into our divinities as people. The more I teach them and enlighten them to who they are as the divine goddesses, the more they are going to want to be goddesses. The more they are going to want to treat me the way I should be treated as a god, because they understand the magnetic field that they carry and charging each other. Right? See, a lot of young niggas out here don't really understand this whole polygamy shit and how polygamy works. They just think it's just okay. I just got 2 bras around me. I can fuck, both of them or 3 of them. That's it. No, nigga, you gotta understand the spiritual essence of what polygamy is about. You gotta understand it. You feel what I'm saying? See, a lot of niggas don't get it. That whole polygamy shit is way deeper than you think. It's simple, but it's way deeper than you think, though. See, I realize this. The more you explain something to a motherfucker, the more less they ain't gonna want to do something, composed with what you told them. So if we start as gods, right, start telling these young men about the polygamy and what it's all about, the less they probably gonna want to do it because okay, damn, so I gotta teach them, hell, I don't know nothing, you feel me? They ain't gonna want to do it. They ain't gonna want to. A lot of niggas out here don't want to teach nothing. They don't want to know nothing themselves. They don't want to know nothing. Only reason why niggas listen in school is so motherfuckers don't crack on them for not knowing how to count and read and write and shit. That's real shit, nigga. That's the only reason why motherfuckers finish school is so niggas can't laugh at them. And niggas don't want to be embarrassed around motherfuckers. So alright, yeah, I'm gonna finish this school shit. I know they ain't teaching me nothing, but I'm gonna just finish this shit out, learn how to count, read, and write, and get my ass home. But going deeper than that, like, nigga, I gotta figure out who I am as a guy, figure out this whole life shit on the spiritual essence. Niggas ain't gonna do the fuck no. Niggas don't wanna know about that. Niggas don't care about that. Niggas just care about what they own. The bullshit. So nigga ain't gonna give a fuck about the other shit. They ain't gonna care about it. Um, so you have to understand that you charge everything around you. You charge the sun because, like I said, you are connected to the sun because you created. So you charge the sun. You charge everything. Literally, you charge it. Right? You are the charger. Right? You are the charger. You charge. I told you. The more hotter the sun got, the more the frequency on the rim start to change. Was I lying when I told you that? Fuck no. I told you that in my video about the sun, right? I made a video about the sun and what the sun is all about. So I gave you a lesson on what the sun is, right? And then I told you how we are connected to the sun because we are the creators of the sun, right? And then I told you the more hotter the sun got, the more the frequency gonna change, and a lot of shit is changing. We are in the middle of November, and it's damn near starting to fuck around and get up to 80 degrees, and I'm in the East Coast. That's not normal where I come from. That's not normal. But a lot of shit on the rim is changing. I tell you, the more hot it get, the more shit gonna change. Why you hearing about a lot of people passing all that else? The frequency is rising. So these soulless beings, these what you would call elites, they gotta find any way to keep the frequency on the planet at a lower density, to a density to where they can control it. Because the higher we rise, nigga, it's gonna be out of their hands. Everything already out of their hands anyway. It shit been out of their hands since 2020, yo. You feel me? That's a fact. Shit been out of their hands since 2020. They trying to get it back, but we ain't, nigga. Niggas don't even watch music videos no more. Niggas be dropping music videos. Niggas don't be watching it. You feel me? We out this physical. We don't give a fuck about what they got going on out here. Niggas don't give a fuck no more. We focused on the rise right now. That's what I'm focused on, nigga. I've been doing meditations like a motherfucker. I've been tapping into me, remembering more of what's around me. You know, remembering more of the other realm. Remembering, right? Because like I explained before, I already know my past life. I already know who I was and what I was doing. Right? I know who I am cosmically. Right? So I already remember who I am. I'm just here enlightening you to who you are, you know. So I'm just giving you this information about who you are, where you come from, and what you are made with, basically. See the energy we in right now. We are in the energy where you need to really start remembering who you are. But some of us are starting to remember who we are automatically, though. Some, I feel the energy. Some of us right now starting to remember who we are. Some motherfuckers is just now waking up. All right. It could get to a point to where a guy like me could walk past you. I could fuck around and charge you and wake you up. You fuck around, get out the light code lockdown and start remembering who you is. You know, it could get to that point. Because we understand everything is energy. You are a electrical magnetic being. You are attracted to anything that has a carbon-based structure to it. Right? Anything that has a carbon-based structure to it, you are magnetically connected to it too as well. You are uh, magnetically connected to anything that has a carbon-based structure. So another soul or the sun or nature, anything with a spiritual aura to it, you are magnetically connected to it because you created it and it has a soul to it, basically. Right? You connected to it. Human beings, you're not made of carbon. You're not made of the matter we are made of, so you don't have any magnetic frequency in you. You are not magnetism. You are just electricity. So nothing charges you. You can't charge anything because you're not connected to anything. So this is like you don't have a planet. right? I ain't being rude, but you don't have a planet. You don't have a sun. You don't have nature, right? Even though we had y'all in Europe, right? You still are not from Europe. That's not your land, though. That's still our shit, right? So you never had nothing. You never gave anything life at one point of energy cycle. You never did. I mean, yeah, you can create babies now, but who the fuck made that possible? We did, right? We made that possible. It had to be in soul. A soul was involved with that, right? A soul was involved with that. So you have to understand. You have to understand your power. Understand what you have charged. Understand what you have charged on the planet. You have charged a lot of things. Why the fuck you think we got lights? Because that comes from your electrical body. The electricity in you, the magnetism in you is what gave us lights. But they make you pay for it. Like, damn. You mean to tell me I created this, but they make me pay for it? Yes, they make you pay for some shit that you created that's inside of you. All this shit, all the shit I've been teaching for like an hour. Even though time ain't right, I'm gonna teach for like an hour. All this shit that I am teaching you about what's inside, this shit is really inside of you. And they make you pay for it. This shit ain't no fairy tale I'm telling you, nigga. This real shit I'm telling you. This shit here inside of you, nigga. Oh yeah, you gotta turn your eye on to make fire. Yeah, that's inside of you. You are fire. Okay, water, you gotta take shot. Yeah, you are the element of water, nigga. You are everything and everything is you. You have to realize and understand that. You are magnetism. You charge everything. Shit, water charges. Water charges us. You can say water is magnetism because when we consume it, it like I said, it charges our bodies. So it's magnetism. So I can tell. That's why they tell you you can live longer off of water than fucking food. Right. Right. Why the fuck is that? Because that's magnetism. That's matter. That's life. That's all you need is water, nigga. You don't need nothing else. Facts. So, okay, so let's break it down on what I've been talking about. So basically, me being my soul being magnetism, I am charged by anything that is just like me. Anything that has a structure of me relating, like I said, to carbon, because carbon is atoms, right? Your soul is an atom, right? I'm charged by anything that has what I has, right? You are charged by it. So when you look at the feminine energy and you a god, it charges you. She charges you. Her energy charges you. And especially if she is in her right divinity, she charges you. If you are a goddess and you see a god and he in his right divinity, he gonna charge you. That's how it works. That's why you have to understand the soul. Alright? Motherfucker got a whole soul but don't even understand what the fuck their soul is about. Your soul is powerful, man. Your soul is so powerful, it's fucking ridiculous. Well, it ain't ridiculous, but it's in a sense you would be like, man, this shit is insane. Yeah. Cause your soul is capable of so many things. That's why I don't be understanding why the gods and goddesses out here be acting like they still human, thinking you need motivation, nigga. You don't need no fucking motivation, nigga. You are a god. You don't, nigga. You don't need to motivate a soul, cause your soul already know. It already has the motivation because of the power that's in it. You don't need no motivation, nigga. All right, motherfucker need to be motivated. You get like I don't be calling nobody out, but you be having gods and goddesses going to other sources, going to other gods and goddesses, asking them about what the fuck they need to do to heal. They say, nigga, it's already inside of you. I've already talked about this before, nigga. It's already inside of you. Why would you come to me asking me about who the fuck you are? If you are coming to me asking me about who the fuck you are, then that's just letting me know that you don't know anything about yourself. You don't know nothing at all. So basically, all the shit I've been teaching you, it was just going in one ear out the other. All right? You don't know nothing about who you are. You don't know anything. You don't remember nothing. So you just walk around, oh, I'm a god, or I'm a goddess, right? Quoting what other motherfuckers have said, but you have not done no research or tapped in with yourself to know anything for yourself. And can't teach other people because you don't know what's to teach. Right? So this is why, like I said, you have to understand who you are, understand what you have charged. You are the charger. You are the forcer. All of these chargers and shit, right? I don't know. These like phone chargers and shit, all this shit is made off of your shit. What's inside of you? That's steel and all that shit carbon. All that shit is made of you. That's you. I don't really think you get it. It's you, man. They make shit based off what's inside of you. That may sound crazy because you just don't you can't get that you this powerful, but yes, it's really that. It's really that, G. I will never lie to you. I'm a teacher, so I will never lie to you. I will never lie. Ever. You feel me? You are, even though they lowered our frequency, right? Even though they lowered our frequency to a point to where we don't even remember our power, we still powerful in a sense because you have a soul. As long as you have a soul in you, you still have all the power. Right? You just gotta go within yourself to discover the power that's inside of you. Discover more power that's inside of you. Just think about it. You so powerful, you are the one that enlightens you. Right? They made you go without yourself for enlightenment, like related to Jesus, when enlightenment is inside of you. You are enlightenment. You are the one that thought of the idea into creating this planet, creating this realm. You thought of the idea. You thought of the idea of to making a pyramid represents you in the meditation formation. You thought of that idea. You knew that fire, water, air, earth, and spirit would go greatly with the planet's ascension, as it does. But that's what you thought of. That's what your soul thought of, though, because you knew what it would do for the planet. All right. That's what you did. That's what you did. Hold on, real quick. Need a tissue. Hold on. Y'all hold on real quick. Alright. So like I was saying, you are the charger. You are the one that gave everything its meaning on the ram. You are the one. Right? You are the one. You just have to remember that. You gotta remember. Have to remember that. You you are so powerful that inside of you, you remember everything there is about the cosmos, right? You were I remember, what the cosmos is made of, a water, fire, air, earth, and spirit, of a soul and all that, and it's warm and all that up there and all that. I remember all that. So I remember the cosmos. I remember the planet. I remember, the as above, so below. I remember who I am. I remember our shit. Right? I remember it. Shit, motherfuckers is grateful they remember that shit, because I remember when I didn't remember. But nigga had to tap in and remember what we have done here. Uh, to where I can teach you now about what we have done. Right? That's why I be doing a lot of science. I be writing a lot of shit down, and now I'm getting to the point to where I don't even have to write shit down no more because I just like, wait a minute, nigga, it's already inside of me. Why the fuck I got to write shit down? Right? You just remember, look at shit because basically that's all I was doing, to remember who I was again. I just was looking at shit, literally. All I had to do was look at something for like 10, what you would say 10 minutes. I looked at, I'm like, oh yeah, I know what that means. Whoop, then boom. That's all I did. That'd be the same shit with you. Once you remember who you is, you just gonna look at shit and you just gonna remember what it represents. You just gonna remember. Like, oh, okay, I know what that means. Okay, damn. All right, boom. Yeah, you gonna remember. I don't know why I be yarning. I ain't even sleep. I know y'all be watching my shit, but like, this nigga always yarning. I don't know why. I ain't even sleepy. This shit weird. But yeah. Remember. Remember who you are. You are made of matter, solids, liquids, gases, and plasma energy. The plasma is the highest state of matter. That's when atoms, your atomic molecules, start to move at a faster, consistent basis. A solid is when everything is connected. A liquid is when things, well, so in fact, a liquid is when atoms start to detach from a solid form. It's not that they're going into separate directions. It's just starting to separate from the solid form, basically. And then a gas is when they start to form a rhythm, a faster, consistent rhythm. So like that's the soul, right? So the solid connected with the liquid, which is the water, connected with the fire, which is the soul that form the plasma. You feel me? That's how the whole solid, liquid, and gas and plasma shit work. And I remember how that shit work. I know what it's all about. This is why I told your ass in my last video, motherfuckers out here be thinking just because they releasing a nut every day that they doing something wrong. How are you doing something wrong? You are still made of matter. Cause as soon as you release your semen, as soon as you release that liquid inside of you, what's gonna happen? You're gonna go back to a solid form. Right? So you're gonna go straight back to the way you started before you release that motherfucker. Right. Now, yes, I get the essence of, well, you're releasing life force and all that, cause sacred chakra, creativity, all that old shit. I understand that. But if a motherfucker is releasing matter, but he know how to transmute that into lifting that shit back up, then that nigga ain't doing nothing wrong. Well, with me, I know how to do that because I'm an ascending master. I'm an ascending master, so I know about this shit to where I hear motherfuckers like, nigga, you don't really know what you talking about, nigga. Because I be hearing a lot of motherfuckers talk about semen retention, but they don't understand what the fuck goes on, though. I'm a scientist for real with this shit, nigga, because I know how to play with matter. I play with matter. I'm outside of the box with the matter shit. So you saying releasing your semen is bad, nigga? I'm going against that, nigga. I'm tampering with that just to see what happens. And I already know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go back to the way I started. A solid. You feel me? So I be saying, like, motherfuckers, you gotta understand who you are as a whole. Understand who you are. Understand the matter of you. Nigga just think it's one way. Nah, you gotta understand the whole essence of you. Alright? Understand the whole essence, the whole foundation of who the fuck you are. You have to understand it. You have to embrace it. You have to realize I'm God and God is me. I am matter and matter is me. Everything is me and I am everything. I am is the most powerful spell you can cast upon yourself. Because you put an I, meaning self, meaning soul, then A, alignment, then M, matter or master. Right? You got the I, self, law, and master. So I am everything and everything is me, or I am matter, or I am master. That's all powerful words to use onto yourself. That's why that's why I made my last video. I think it was the video I made at I Self Law Master. Yeah, I think it was that where I was telling you about you should be careful what you tell yourself. Because wherever you no. Actually that was the alchemy video. Yeah, that was the alchemy video. I was explaining how whatever you tell yourself, your mind would confirm it because you are telling yourself that. All right? So that's why I was telling you, you need to be fucking careful of what you are telling yourself. If you telling yourself that you are something that's negative, your mind will confirm it. And that's where you will start to believe that's who you are. And your reality will become the same. All right? So that's why you understand who you are. Understand. You are magnetism. You charge everything. You give life to everything around you. You give life to it. If it wasn't for you, shit wouldn't have life. You know what this life is about. You know what needs to be done. You know it. You know what you here to do. You know what we all here to do. You remember me. You remember me cosmically. You know who I am. I remember you. We remember each other. Shit, you could be my wife cosmically. One of the guys, you could be my wife cosmically. I could be your husband cosmically. You could be my son cosmically. This is how it go. Because we have a cosmic family, then like I said, we have a physical family. Your physical family is just your family in the physical. They ain't your real family. Your cosmic family is your real family. That's your real family. Right? So you got your physical, you got your cosmic. Your cosmic, your real family. It's why I told you this. Why your this is why your physical family don't fucking understand you, because they not real people. Half of them ain't, and they're not your real cosmic family. That's why they don't understand your ass, and they never will understand you because they not real people. That may sound crazy, but it's people out here that's not real. Right? You got people out here that is not real people. Certain people are just appearing to be real because they can talk, they can walk, they can wipe their ass, they can shit, they can, fuck, do the regular shit you can do, right? So they appear to be normal people, but it don't work like that. A lot of people are out here in disguise. They are disguised as something else, and not who you think. You charge the planet so much to where they need to create artificial motherfucking people to knock the real guys off the rim. That's why they created their ass. That's why they created these human beings to get rid of us. And these Mach 5s and shit. To get rid of us. To get rid of the guys and shit. You know? Learn about yourself. Learn. Just, learn things. Like, and, gotta learn things. Like I always be explaining the unk and shit, explaining what the unk is. The unk is magnetism, because the bottom is the penis, the top is the vagina. That's magnetism. Then you got the east, then you got the west, energy, water. That's magnetism. All that go together. That's why they tell you that the unk represents what? Eternal life. Represents life. It's the key to life. Because masculine energy, feminine energy. You see, the thing about it, magnetism is something you can't see. It's something you feel, right? Like I had mentioned earlier in this teaching, I told you you can get attracted. You could get attracted to a female because y'all have magnetism. Your soul is magnetism. Now, it's not something you can necessarily see. Magnetism, like I said, is something you can feel. So it's a feeling you get. You ever get that little feeling in your soul where just something, where the energy, something just feel like it's right, something just feel right. Yeah, that's that magnetism. But it's a feeling. It's not necessarily something you can see. It's something you feel inside of you, right? Because a human being ain't gonna see that magnetism. Only you, only you can feel that. magnetic force between you and that other person. Can't nobody else see it. You can't even see it. You just feel it. Right? See, that would be what you could. That would be what you would call energetic communication. Right? Y'all connecting, not necessarily through speaking. You just connecting through energy. See, that's a whole nother ball game. That's a whole nother motherfucking ball game when you connecting through energy, not through speaking. Energetic communication is more powerful than speaking. Because then in terms you speaking off of vibration. You're not speaking off of just, oh hey, how you doing? All you speaking off of vibration. And it's way more in the essence, it's way more, you could say, difficult to speak in terms of vibration and not by speaking, because you got to make sure your vibration is the same as the other person's. Because if my vibration is not on the same state that this other person's vibration is on, we ain't gonna be able to speak to each other. We're gonna have to use our voices. That's what your ancestors was doing anciently. We used energetic communication. That's why I told you numbers is energetic communication, right? In a number form. It's energetic communication. We don't have to speak to you out the mouth. I don't have to speak to you like this. I can use energy to speak to you. That's why when certain people talk, you be like, damn, I feel your energy. Right. They speaking, but it's the energy that they giving off while they are speaking that's hitting your soul a certain way. That's energetic communication. That's energetic communication. So it's energy that's communicating. Not just speaking is energy. Huh? It's just energy. Energetic, like I said, energetic communication is very powerful. It's more powerful than speaking. But you have to have your energy in a certain type of state to be able to, excuse me, to be able to use energetic communication. But you can use it though. You can use it. You can use it for sure. You just gotta learn how. Right? Like if we stay on the topic of energetic communication, you ever know how you will say something, right, and another person say it, right? Or you will say something what somebody else was thinking, it be like, damn, I was thinking that, right. That's energetic communication. So y'all channel each other's energies. You don't even realize it. That's what I said. You can use it, right? Like you can use it and you ain't even tapped into it, but you can use it more better once you understand energetic communication, understand what it's about. You can use it even more deeper to where you using it all the energy cycles, or what they would call all the time. You using it. Right? So you ever wonder why somebody can know what you thinking or say something that you was about to say before you said it? That's energetic communication. That's basically what that is called. Energetic communication. Like I said, your ancestors, we were using that at one point of energy cycles on the RAM. We were doing that. Right? But now they'll tell you, oh no, there's no such thing as energetic communication. You can't do that. You'll be crazy. All right, yeah, right. That's what y'all tell me, nigga. Then when I started doing it, y'all was like, what the fuck, how you doing that? Right, motherfucker. Cause I'm God, nigga. That's how I'm doing it. Shit, I'm a psychic. I didn't even know. I'm a whole psychic. Empath, clairvoyant, all that old shit. Whole psychic, nigga. I didn't even know, nigga. I be getting dreams like a motherfucker. Like, every dream I done been having all meant something. And everything started to act out. Alright, and I ain't gonna, like, keep it 100. Like, being a psychic, I ain't gonna say it's something bad. Like, I ain't gonna say I don't like it. This shit, I thought, keep it 100, I thought being a psychic was the goddesses. I thought that was they shit. I didn't know gods, in the essence. Well, I seen men be psychics, but I thought a lot of that shit was bullshit. I thought that was more some female shit. You feel me? Like, that shit be, I be hearing voices in my head and shit. And I used to hear that as a kid. Nigga, now I know why, nigga. I'm a psychic. That's why I'm hearing voices in my head. And a lot of these voices in my head, like, that's another thing. You being a psychic, the reason why you hearing voices in your head is because a lot of spirits and souls is trying to come speak to you. But you are not in alignment on that type of vibration to be able to connect with these spirits and souls. So basically you just hearing a whole bunch of voices in your head. Right? You just hearing a whole bunch of voices in your head, and you don't know what the fuck that's coming from. You think that's correct. Then you get on Google, oh, that's a mental illness. You need to go see a doctor. Right. More bullshit. You just a motherfucking psychic. But they trying to make it like it's a mental illness. It ain't no mental illness. That's just how powerful you are. Basically. Alright. That's basically what it is. Um, you're way more powerful than you think. And the power, all the power is inside of you. Remember the power. In order in order to claim that power, you have to remember self. The power is meant to be claimed. You just have to know how to claim it. And you have to be in the right state of energy and vibration to claim that power. Because you can have the power, but if you don't understand your power, what is there to claim? I know my power. I remember my power, and I have claimed it. I have claimed my power without even realizing it at some points. I be claiming my power back. I don't even be realizing it. But I'm just claiming it. claim yours. Because, like I always say, you can tell people how powerful they is all day. It ain't gonna matter until they realize it. They see a lot of people see the reason why a lot of things on the planet composed of our people, the black and Latinos, reason why a lot of our people can't believe that they are gods and goddesses all like that is because they want to see something, right? We have our minds have all been programmed to thinking if something is real, I need to see it. They can't necessarily go with the fact that not everything that's real shall be seen. Not everything that's real shall be seen. See, that's what people don't say a lot. People don't say that enough. Everything that's real, not always is going to be seen. A lot of things that's real is not going to be seen and will never be seen. And the reason why it will never be seen is because it's not supposed to be seen at all. It's not supposed to be discovered. So the real you and who you really are on a cosmic level, how you are a being that is a magnetic being, you as a magnetic being, and a lot of that magnetism, who you are, is not supposed to be seen. You just supposed to see it and realize it, but it's not necessarily supposed to be seen. All right. Magnetism is the basis of all things. Everything is with a magnet. Everything goes off of magnetism because everything is connected. Nothing is disconnected. Everything is connected. Everything is one. That's the way you made it, and that's the way it shall stay. Um, but I'm about to go ahead and get off of here. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you share this lesson with who you need to share this with, as far as a family, a significant other, anybody you are associated with. Hopefully you find peace in your soul and in your heart to really go deep within this information I just gave you. Um, um, I want you to go look up magnetism, right? Even though I just gave you the whole breakdown on magnetism, I want you to go, look into magnetism and look into how magnets really work. And then once you go look in to see how magnets really work, then I want you to stop and think about your soul and see how that will work on the soul level, right? On the energetic level, on the energetic communicative level, all right? Uh, to figure out and understand how this magnetism really works, because you are made of magnetism. Um, and a lot of other great things as well. So, without being said, peace to the gods, peace to the ancestors, peace to the human beings, peace to the planet as a whole. This is thought law, growth and reason. Uh, I have a lot of cosmic love for y'all, and I mean that sincerely. I would like to end my lesson by telling you Ashe and tell you peace.